Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Layal and we're going to make two amazing recipes together, shrimp fatteh and lentil salad. Thanks to Kareem Quick, I've got everything I need right here. They deliver farm fresh ingredients in 15 minutes so you can make a delicious meal in no time. Are you ready to make the recipes with me? So whenever I make a recipe, I like to prepare all of my ingredients first, so it makes the whole process much easier and faster. So we're going to unbox everything and then clean the vegetables and get the recipe ready. We're going to start by preparing the fatteh. Now with fatteh, I'm sure you've had fatteh with chickpeas, with eggplant, or even with shrimp. In this recipe, we're going to use all three because they work really well together. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to start by heating up the oil and I'm going to chop the eggplant so I can deep fry them. All right, I'm going to put a bit of salt on the eggplants and put them aside just for about 5 minutes to remove a bit of the moisture. I'm going to cut the bread into small squares. There, it's all ready now. We'll check if the oil is hot enough and we'll start deep frying. Now we're going to pat dry the eggplant to make sure that there's no excess moisture. And now we're going to deep fry them. Of course, you can use the air fryer, you can use the oven, but in this case, I really like to deep fry the eggplant and the bread. I'm preparing a plate with a kitchen towel, so that way we can put the eggplants as soon as they're done, so it can just absorb a bit of the oil. And also, always watch your eggplants while they're deep frying, because you want to make sure they're golden but not burnt. And now we're ready to scoop the eggplant. Look at this. And now it's time to deep fry the bread. Careful your hands. Of course, you can also toast the bread. You can also use an air fryer, but again, I like to deep fry the bread. The bread is done as well. Look at this color. Now here's a little tip for you. If you want to make your fatteh more flavorful, you have to put the chickpeas on low fire just for a little bit and add a bit of cumin. This will add an amazing flavor. So let's prepare the chickpeas. Try to remove a bit of the water because you don't need it. And we'll heat it up for a little bit. I'm going to add around half a teaspoon of cumin. Boiling it will help the chickpeas soften a bit as well. You can add a tiny bit of salt if you'd like, and we'll let it boil for about 2 to 3 minutes. My God, it smells very nice. And we're going to strain them. And now let's cook our shrimp. I'm just going to use olive oil and a tiny bit of salt. I'm going to put them on a plate and I'm going to pat them dry before I cook them. It's so convenient, they're already cleaned, I don't need to do anything. Let's add a bit of salt. And now they're ready to be cooked. You only need around 1 minute on each side. Shrimps are super fast to cook. As soon as they turn pink, you know that they're done. And now you just turn them to the other side. So they're equally cooked. It smells amazing. I can't wait to assemble it and put it all together. And now, last but not least, we're going to fry the pine nuts. Now for the pine nuts, I really like to use butter because then when you're putting them on top of the fatteh, it gives it a very rich flavor. Be generous with the butter. Let's add the pine nuts. Now with the pine nuts, you have to be very careful because with butter specifically, they can burn very fast. So you have to keep watching them. And as soon as you feel that they're turning golden, get them off the fire. You think they're not finished, but then all of a sudden, they become golden. And by the way, even when you remove them off the fire, they keep cooking in the butter. So be very careful. It's all done, see? Last but not least, we're going to prepare the yogurt. First, you need fresh yogurt. I'm going to use around 4 cups. Here we go. And then I'm going to use 1 garlic clove. You can use 2 for a stronger kick. Let's add a bit of tahini, about 1/4 cup. And last but not least, a bit of salt. We have to mix it all up. Now we're ready to assemble. I'm going to use this bowl, okay? So first I'm going to put a bit of the bread and then add some yogurt, add the chickpeas, the eggplant, and in the end I'm going to put the shrimps really nicely and then put the pine nuts around, and I'm going to decorate with a bit of parsley. So are you ready? Let's do it. First, the bread. A bit around. Here we go. Just a bit more. Let's add a bit of the yogurt. And then we start adding our chickpeas. A bit more yogurt. We add the eggplant. I can't wait to try. Let's add a bit more yogurt. Here we go. Let's add a bit more bread around. Now we start adding the shrimp. Presentation is everything. There. And now we add the pine nuts with the butter. I'm going to add a bit of paprika for the color. And last but not least, a bit of parsley to decorate. And guys, this is our fatteh. This lentil salad is one of my favorite salads because it's packed with fresh veggies. So now we're going to start off by boiling the lentils. I'm going to use around 1 cup. While the lentils are boiling, I'm going to start chopping off my vegetables, the tomato, the parsley, and the onion. For the tomato, I like to chop it into small cubes, as if you were making tabbouleh. It's so important to have a sharp knife, see? Okay, and now the tomatoes are ready. Let's put them aside. And now let's cut the onion. You need a small red onion, and you also chop it very finely. I like red onions because their taste is not overpowering in a salad, so that works very well with the rest of the ingredients. And a bit of tears. And now let's cut the parsley. Try to chop them as finely as you can. And done. We set them aside. The lentils are still boiling, so we just need to wait for them to become softer. But in the meantime, I'm going to prepare the sauce. It's literally just 3 ingredients: lemon, salt, and olive oil, okay? The better the quality of the olive oil, the better the flavors, as usual. So I just need juice of 1 lemon, squeeze it as much as you can, some lemon juice, salt, olive oil. Usually the proportion for any sauce is 1 part lemon and then 2 parts olive oil. We mix them together, and in the end I'm going to add some lemon rind to give it this extra kick. Sauce is done, veggies are done. We wait for the lentils and then we assemble. Guys, the lentils are done. We're going to strain them and let them cool down a bit, and then we're going to mix everything together. Be careful, just do it very slowly. Okay, we'll just give them a bit of time to cool. And now we're going to mix these together. I'm going to leave a little bit of parsley just for decoration. I really like to add pomegranate, but it's totally optional. We're going to add a little bit. Guys, honestly, this is one of the best salads in the world. Like, look at how fresh these ingredients look. I love it. So I'm just waiting for the lentils to cool a bit, and then I'm going to add them. Then we add the sauce, we mix it all up, and then we plate it. Okay, now we're going to add the lentils and mix everything up. And we mix. Oh my God, guys, the smell. I'll mix it a tiny bit more. Let's see. So good, needs a tiny bit more salt. It's one of the yummiest, healthiest salads you'll ever try. Now let's plate it. I have this beautiful plate. And we're going to serve the salad in it. I'm going to add a bit of pomegranate and a bit of parsley to decorate. And here we go, our lentil salad is ready. It looks so good, I need a shot for me. How amazing do these recipes look? All thanks to Kareem Quick. I ordered everything on the app, I got everything in 15 minutes, and you can do exactly the same. I can't wait for you to try them and love them as much as I did. Enjoy!